Dave Ramsey is worth between 200 million and $1 billion bucks. So you know Dave Ramsey, he has a show, the Dave Ramsey Show, and he just answers financial questions. He is basically a financial advisor via the internet, and worth almost $1 billion. There are many such people, and in the financial advisory service market is valued at 94 billion in 2022. So this is kind of the revenue numbers in 2022, and it's growing at 5% per year. So the market of financial advisors is quite big, right? So we are probably already north of 100 billion per year we spend for personalized financial advisors. And if you look at people like Dave Ramsey, the tips they are giving are very generic. And in today's video, we are going to check ChatGPT, and we will look at some ways to utilize it more effectively. So for instance, if you go to Reddit, in the personal finance subreddit, you can get this loads of questions, right? So you have everybody is telling them their financial situation, like I have a 467 credit score, 1K in savings with 4% API, 7.5 in debt. So this would be a person asking a question on the Dave Ramsey Show or on Reddit, and people on Reddit answer the question. And I found the questions are not really answered that well in neither in Reddit nor by Dave Ramsey or other financial advisors. I'm really skeptical about these personalized financial advisors. I think it is a very valuable job, right? Because many people struggle with their financial situations, but they don't get the advice they seek. They often, if you're a financial advisor, why are you giving the financial advice in the first place? If you are so financially successful, then why go to this one-to-one situation where you get paid by giving somebody advice, or maybe you refer some funds or something, and you refer people to some funds or some investment opportunities. And if you are so financially successful, you wouldn't have to do it, right? And oftentimes the financial advisors they just have a job, so they make maybe a 6-figure income or something. It is just their job to give financial advice. But if they are still in the job, then they are not very successful in many instances, right? Oftentimes the financial advisors are less successful than the people they advise. And I've seen this many times. I have a couple of friends that are medical doctors. They make a lot of money, they save a lot of money, they have good investments, and they get advised by, say, people working in banks making 2K per month or so. So basically my friends, the medical doctors, are more successful. They are making more and they have saved more, and they are still trusting somebody making less, having saved less, to give them financial advice. So I'm really skeptical about this whole industry, and I think ChatGPT will get us out of this mess. Good, so here you have this situation, like I want to buy in London, but it's proving impossible. What would you do in my financial situation? It's a very recent question, 11 hours ago, and and some people give some financial advice, but this is really, like, these are just words, it's just talk, right? And I found, so if we take this question here, and we go to ChatGPT, then you can simply ask ChatGPT this question. But now the problem is that the immediate answer will probably not be very good, right? So it will give you a wordy kind of answer, which is probably better than all the answers you get on Reddit, right? So I would basically stop asking Dave Ramsey and other personalized financial advisors for those type of questions and simply ask ChatGPT, because the qualitative answer is already better, right? But we, as Finxters who want to be on the right side of change, we want to have more than just word salad, right? So this is just word salad. Plan your career change carefully. Consider interim solutions like temporary rentals. I mean, these things can be important, right? The word salad can be important if it is personalized enough, but we want more. And so that's why I made up this small intermediary prompt. So after stating your financial situation and ChatGPT gives you the word salad, now the next step, now you should not stop here, but the next step should be to ask it to write out the financial situations. And then this is very important. So I played this with this prompt, I optimized it. Net income and net worth for the next 10 years and chart it using a pessimistic, realistic and optimistic frame of reference. So if you use this prompt, you can stop the video to a similar type of prompt. Then ChatGPT will actually go through the exercise to chart out your personal financial situations over the next 10 years. And of course, you can iterate on this if you then realize that it has the wrong assumptions here, or maybe you want to add something. The financial advice will just get better. And this financial advice is much better than the Reddit financial advice, for instance. Even though ChatGPT 4.0 might be trained on Reddit, but it has, first of all, it has read many, like thousands and millions of Reddit threads. And second of all, it has read all the books. So there's a really interesting paper called Books is All You Need or something. Let me quickly check. Books All You Need. Yeah, it's called Textbooks is All You Need. This paper. And it shows that it is simply trained on a selection of textbook quality data from the web. And this basically already shows an impressive results in the large language model space. And you know, ChatGPT 4.0 is also trained on a large corpus of textbooks, and textbooks like my books and other people's books. Like even I didn't get paid by ChatGPT 4.0, but they used my books for training because they used some, I think, book databases. There was like this other paper that mentioned it, that they used like kind of without consensus, they just used the books of people and for training, and then obfuscated kind of the training so that there's no copyright claim. Okay, but whatever. I mean, this is another topic. Based on this book knowledge, they usually are much smarter than financial so-called experts, like the salaried banker at a 2K per month income or 3K per month income, or even if they make a 50K or 100K per month income, they make this income because they can extract value out of their clients, and they usually extract the value to their clients' disadvantage. And ChatGPT 4.0 doesn't have this negative incentive, right? There's no incentive for ChatGPT 4.0 to extract any value out of you, right? Any like monetary value to channel into its own pockets or so. So it will just give you the best advice based on all the textbook it read. Based on this really is a financial expert, because it can also give you the projections and guide you through the projections. And I don't understand why not more people are using it, why people still use Reddit. They completely open up their financial situations in the internet, right? Your personal finance Reddit, and usually don't receiving any good advice, or even worse than Reddit, ask Dave Ramsey and friends for personalized financial advice. I also get sometimes questions about like personal situations, and usually I respond, but usually I also tell them just to go to ChatGPT and ask it, because I'm not a financial advisor. I have experience, but I don't make any money with financial advice, right? I don't make any money with, say, personalized financial advice. I talk about some investments I have personally, but it's just for fun and for learning, right? Because I want to learn about these kind of investments, but I don't like extract money from recommending stocks or recommending brokers or recommending this and that investment opportunity or something. And I also don't need to. And financial advisors often, they are salaried advisors, so they need to be in their job, to stay in their jobs. They need to invest certain investment opportunities. They have conflict of interest in many cases. They don't have the skills and knowledge needed to actually provide useful financial advice, but ChatGPT 4 has. Okay, so, and this is like the important thing is not just to state your situations as carefully as you can, but then also as in the second follow-up prompt to ask it to write out the financial situations, net income and net worth for the next 10 years, and, important, chart it, now also important, using a pessimistic, realistic and optimistic frame of reference. Okay, now if it did this, now he has three it looks at the current job, potential career changes, average annual salary increases in the pessimistic, optimistic, realistic scenarios, some expenses, how they would develop, what is the savings rate, starting with 30% in the current job or 10% of net income after the career change. So considering different kind of very personalized assumptions that also make sense, that show good judgment as a financial analyst, and then after having the assumptions, it models it out using Python charts, create charts. You don't okay, now create a chart for me. Create charts for me. Now you can follow up and ask it to also create the chart, so it will give you the code, but maybe you don't want to touch the code or change the code, you just want to do it the work. It actually it's like a mix of having a coder and a financial expert working for you, doing the visualization, doing everything for you, right? I mean, this is great. So this person, let's maybe have a look at his specific situation because I haven't even read it. So he says, yeah, I'm a singer, I'm renting in London, everything is, I'm struggling with my job, but I want to keep, after this, my boss is wrecking my mental health, but I must still stay in my job until I manage to buy a place. So I already, like, to me, the most important advice is, like, leave your job now because it wrecks with your mental health. You should never sacrifice your mental health for money. And this is often also a bad idea. Often it doesn't work. So often, I mean, this is what I would say. So switch your job, definitely. And maybe you will have a better job soon. Probably you will have, because if your job is wrecking with your mental health, chances are you are not making a very good job in the first place. So you should change the situations urgently. And he has 100K in savings and ask if they should buy a house. So let's look at the chart. He, like you see, ChatGPT 4.0 also has the same intuition. It should definitely say change the job, right? After 2 years, it assumes you have changed the job, and the situations actually, the improvement of net worth actually, the slope goes down after changing the job. But with investments and so on, it's basically not such a bad situation, right? So it will give you the financial situation. I also did another exercise. This situation, approved, but can we really afford this house? Our gross income is around 200K. The house is 625K. We are putting 20% down and mortgaging 500K. With tax and interest rate, our monthly bill will be around 4,700. Our monthly take home is around 9,500 after tax. Because 20K divided by 12 is 15K or something, 16, 17K. But then they still have to pay taxes. So the take home is 9,500 per month. They have 2,500 bills, so they still have 7,000 left. Then they are putting down 12%, so they still have, say, 6,000 or so left, and then in addition to that they have 10K or so annual bonuses. So he or she asked, can they really afford the house? And ChatGPT 4.0, I did the same analysis here. So I copied this question. ChatGPT 4.0. No, this was the wrong, right? This one. So after copying the question, it already gives some good insights, some considerations, and affordability analysis even, which was good, right? But the next question is crucial, the follow-up question, and this is maybe the main point I want to deliver in this video, this follow-up prompt. Write out my financial situation, net income and net worth for the next 10 years and chart it using a pessimistic, realistic and optimistic frame of reference. Because if you don't do it, you would think, okay, the answer is good, but it's fluffy. So maybe I still need a financial advisor to do the actual work, to actually do the actual analysis. But if you ask this question, you will get these assumptions that you can then iterate on if these assumptions are actually not right, or if you want to change some assumptions. It will give you the different situations in the pessimistic scenario, in the realistic scenario, in the optimistic scenario. It will give you the Python code to analyze this question. It will run the Python code to give you this chart. So after the next 10 years, the pessimistic net worth in year 1 is 167k. The pessimistic net worth in year 10 is 602k after buying the house, right? So, and it uses it assumes a conservative 401k growth of only 4% annually, so it doesn't even assume an all-stock portfolio, and it also assumes only a modest 1% annual growth of the salary, which is less than inflation and definitely a lot less than debasement. And it also assumes a very low home appreciation of only 2% annually. So I think these are very pessimistic assumptions. Even the realistic scenario are, in my view, pretty pessimistic. But okay, it's a conservative financial advisor, and I think it's good. It's a good practice to be a bit more on the conservative side with financial advice. So this definitely beats 90% of all the financial analysis out there, and the problem is you cannot easily find the top 10%, or maybe you cannot afford them, right? Because top 10% usually have bubbled up to find to a certain client set that is actually willing and able to pay them very well. So just ask ChatGPT is the takeaway, because it's better than most. Good, I think it's a good takeaway for this video, this follow-up question. Don't forget the follow-up prompt. It will give you much more quality answers. So if you just state in words your financial situations, give this follow-up prompt, then you will get some really specific assumptions and specific outcomes, specific situations where specific scenarios that you can actually then use for financial planning and can use as a basis of real decisions you are making with your life. Yeah, it's a great financial advisor. Many people still don't use it, and this value is actually this is only one little industry that ChatGPT 4.0 should disrupt in the coming years. The industry is 100 billion revenue per year, so I don't understand people arguing that AI is overhyped. It is underhyped in any definition of the word. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content, and see you in the next video. Bye.